Golf Central on YouTube, brought to you by the Epic Speed Driver from Callaway.
Hello, I'm Shane Bacon. This is your Golf Central update. Bryson DeChambeau has not talked a lot with the media. That changed today when he sat down with our own Todd Lewis.
I would say that as time has gone on, there has been an increase in any sport, whatever it is. Look, I can take heat. I've taken heat my whole entire life. And it's because I'm a little different, and I understand that. And I appreciate that too. No matter what, if you're a little different, whether it's Elon Musk, whether it's Jeff Bezos, whether whoever it is, there's always going to be heat. And I recognize that, and I respect that. Now, I would say on my own end, golf was always a game where integrity, honesty is very, very super important to the game. And I personally think that as time has gone on, I think it's a bigger issue at hand. It's not just me, it's what's going to happen with live betting down the road. How can we make sure that every player has a fair chance to play their best and have an equal playing field? And so it's not about me. Everybody thinks it's about me right now. You know, the conversations I've had with everybody in the background, it's not been necessarily about me. I understand I'm going to get heat. I understand that things are going to happen. It's really about the future of the game and where we want to take this game, because I believe in this game so much and I care so much about this game that I don't want to lose track or lose sight of what this game actually means to the world and the things that can be provided from this amazing, great game.
Has it distracted you from this focus?
Has it distracted me? It's another variable that I have to take account for. But guess what? I'm going to keep trying to do my best to treat everyone the way they want to be treated and absolutely give my heart out there on the playing field.
The joy is still there.
Absolutely. Going out and executing the best golf shots I possibly can, bombing drives and hitting amazing putts that go in the hole every once in a while, and hitting amazing iron shots under the gun is something I relish and appreciate every single week.
You spent some time with Steve Stricker today. How important is the Ryder Cup to you? I know you've got this week, but how much is that rattling around in your brain?
Well, we're trying to figure out how to beat the Europeans. I mean, they have killed us for the last decade, it seems like, and we need to change that. There has to be this momentum shift, and we're going to have to come together as a team. We're having a dinner tonight. We're doing a bunch of things and prepping for the guys that have already qualified to make sure that we have the best atmosphere possible so that we give ourselves the best chance to win.
I'm going to talk about a sensitive subject that has been on the topic of conversation. You say come together as a team. Does that mean you and Brooks Koepka have to come together?
Personally, I mean, I am 100% willing to do that. There's no issue in regards to that. I think highly of him. He's done a lot for the sport. I think it's a very interesting character that can be an amazing asset to the team. For me, I know I can be an amazing asset to the team if we all can focus on being the best we possibly can be. We'll win. We'll win.
You guys are going to, it seems like you're going to interact with each other.
Yeah, I hope so.
How do you handle that?
Treat others the way you want to be treated. I've had no issue. I mean, everybody thinks I have an issue with him. It's no, I don't. I really don't. I mean, at the end of the day, the people saying things in the crowds are going to say what they're going to say because they have the right to do so. And, you know, it's been going on for months now, and everybody has their own limits. Everybody has their own tipping points and whatnot. And I think I've done a pretty good job of realizing that, you know what, I'm going to let that fuel me in a positive way. And that's the way I look at it. That's the way I want to migrate it and move it into some energy that's really, really positive. And I hope people understand that all these things that have occurred, I've never tried to have happen on purpose. This is all about me trying to show people there's a different way to play the game, and you can enjoy reinventing yourself. If you can enjoy reinventing yourself and doing something that nobody's done and be passionate about it, more power to you, man. That's the goal in life.
Goal in life, happiness and success. These players have a chance to add to that financial success this weekend at the Tour Championship. You see Patrick Cantlay leading the FedEx Cup at 10 under par. Bryson will start the week 3 back. Cantlay having quite a run with that playoff victory. Todd Lewis and Patrick Cantlay sat down to discuss everything as we get closer to East Lake.
Patrick, that was a performance last weekend. People will remember for a long time. 27 under, you go through 6 playoff holes to beat one of the best players in the world. You've had a few days now to digest all that energy that was happening. What is your takeaway from those moments now?
I will take away just all the putts and all the clutch shots that I hit. I think the more times you can do that when you're under the gun, the easier it is to reproduce when you're under the gun again. And I think there's maybe I don't know what the right word is, but there's maybe like a doubling effect. The more you can do it, the more you think you're going to be able to do it, and then you can draw on those feelings and draw on those good shots, and you're more likely to do it. So if you think you're more likely to do it and you've done it before, you may keep doing it. I think we saw that with Tiger for a great number of years, and he's probably the biggest example of that. It got to the point with him where he thought he was going to do it, everyone there thought he was going to do it, the people he was playing thought he was going to do it, and then he just kept doing it over and over and over again. I'm not comparing myself to that in any respect. I just think the more often I can do that and then draw on it, the better off I'll be. So when I think about that week, I try and throw all the other noise out, but I was able to execute when it mattered, and carrying that forward I think will be very helpful.
Well, you're exactly right, Patty Ice. And I say that given the fact that when we watch you, you seem in such control. A, is that true? And B, if that is true, is that natural to you, or is that something you've learned?
I think it's mostly true. I think I definitely feel the excitement of the moment, and I'm definitely more excited than I would be on the 6th hole on a Thursday, right? I may look the same, but I feel different. I don't think it ever gets out of my comfort zone, but I think, is that natural or training? I think a little bit of both. I think I've had lots of good input from my dad and my grandpa and Jamie. Jamie's been coaching me since I was 8 or 9 years old, and I remember playing U.S. Amateur, and I made it to match play, and I remember Jamie saying something like, listen, like, the guy you're playing may make a 30-footer. He may chip it. He may do something. He may miss a 2-footer. Don't give him anything. Like, don't give him any extra reason to make putts. Don't give him any extra reason to feel like they got one on you or something. Stick to your thing and stay within yourself and do your thing, and let all that other stuff just wash over you.
You're starting this tournament with a 2-shot advantage, and you have 72 holes to try to finish on top. Is it awkward at all starting this tournament to fight for the FedEx Cup where you are?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's different than any other tournament you would play all year. Maybe different than any tournament in the history of golf, right? I mean, this and last year. But it's not helpful to think about it that way. I think it is helpful. I think the situation I'm in can be an advantage if I get wrapped up in trying to shoot the best possible score to par that day. So if I get really concerned with just trying to put a good score on the scorecard, I'm in a great spot. I think this weird format that we're in lends itself for people to get ahead of themselves, and so not getting ahead of yourself is the key to having success this week if you're in my position.